You know the type, the hyper-available colleague, always answering the phone on the first ring, taking on extra shifts, and burning the midnight oil while everyone else goes home to their families. But instead of gratitude, they get handed more work. When the big promotions are decided or weekend plans are made, they are the first interrupted, the last to be consulted, and entirely taken for granted. It seems backward. Why does acting like the ultimate team player so reliably turn you into society's favorite doormat? This diagram illustrates the core trap, the belief that respect operates like an arcade game. You insert tokens of appeasement, availability, and favors, expecting a payout of respect, but that payout never arrives. Instead, those tokens redirect into a shrinking bucket of perceived value. Respect isn't a currency you collect from other people. It is a strict, uncompromising standard you enforce for yourself. When someone crosses a line, your immediate biological reflex is to lash out. You want to argue, raise your voice, or write a lengthy text message explaining exactly why their behavior is unacceptable. But doing that hands over all your leverage. Emotional vomiting signals that you need their understanding to feel whole. It shows you are desperate for their validation, which makes you look highly insecure. If you want to be taken seriously, stop using words. True respect is taught entirely through consequences. You do not explain what you will tolerate. You simply demonstrate what happens when a line is crossed. The next time someone insults you, don't say a word. Hold an unflinching, silent eye contact. Let the silence hang there. Or simply stand up and remove yourself from the room. Leaving isn't giving up. Removing your presence without explanation is the ultimate assertion of power. It is a definitive, irreversible consequence. There is a persistent myth that the more you show up for people, the more indispensable you become. In reality, hyper-availability makes you invisible. The laws of power outline the concept of scarcity, which relies on basic human neurology. When something is constantly in front of us, our brains chemically adapt to it. The dopamine response flattens. Your constant presence literally diminishes your perceived value in the neurological circuits of your peers. You have to manufacture scarcity. If a friend texts you an hour before a hangout with zero effort, politely decline. Keep your deepest weaknesses and your next professional moves strictly to yourself. Refuse to be an open book. By strictly rationing your availability, you force the surrounding environment to place a premium on the time they do get with you. We like to think that society measures our worth based on our intellect, our character, or our good intentions. We want to be judged by what is on the inside. But human beings are deeply primal creatures. If you walk into a room with a slumping posture, dirty shoes, and eyes fixed on the floor, the primitive parts of the observer's brain instantly categorize you as low status, long before you get a chance to share a brilliant idea. High-status projection requires physical calibration. Keep your spine completely straight, pull your shoulders back, open up your chest, and when you do speak, drop your speed and insert deliberate pauses between your thoughts. This extends to how you dress. It doesn't matter if your shirt costs $10 or $1,000. Clean, properly fitted clothing signals that you actively invest time and attention into your own value. Mastering this physical presentation forces the observer's brain to respect you entirely on a biological level, well before you ever open your mouth. People often try to shortcut their way to respect by bragging. They drop names, list their accomplishments, or fish for compliments to prove how capable they are. It rarely works. This diagram demonstrates the T concept of competence. The vertical pillar represents ruthless, deep mastery in one specific, highly valuable skill. Once solid, you build the horizontal axis, representing supplementary skills, communication, tech literacy, industry trends, connecting your expertise to the wider world. Think of an elite athlete like Virat Kohli. He doesn't ask for respect. He spent years building a hyper-specialized mastery of his sport. His quiet, absolute confidence stems directly from the hours spent perfecting his craft, radiating authority to everyone watching. When you produce undeniable statistics and tangible results, your competence becomes an irrefutable fact. You completely eliminate the need to demand respect because your output demands it for you. It all comes down to a harsh reality. The way people treat you is a lagging indicator of how you treat yourself.
The people around you are simply mirrors, perfectly reflecting the internal standards you hold for your own life. Toxicity is fueled by permission. A situation only becomes truly damaging once you tolerate disrespect and choose to remain in the room. So start making changes today. Keep your promises to yourself. Stop abandoning your values just to keep the peace, and embrace the temporary discomfort of setting hard, silent boundaries. You cannot control the minds or actions of anyone else, but when you enforce an uncompromising system of self-respect, the world has absolutely no choice but to adjust to your standard.